When the sun rises, I wake up and chase my dreams.
What's up, peeps? Welcome back to another episode of Road to the Stage. This is the third stage this year. Can you believe we're actually here? The final rodeo. It's been a long 6 months of prep, I tell you that. And we are here today again, joined by this freako rhino, and we are about to take off to Galway. Yep, we are going down to the PCA Galway this weekend, and it is officially, it's one day out. And this was the very first show that I did back in 2022. First one ever. I did the first timers category and I won that and got into the overall. And put on a pretty good battle. I was center stage in the overall for that. That was a great all experience. First time getting into it. First show and first time getting into an overall. It was an absolute dream come true. So we are going back down there now, 2 years later, 10 pounds heavier. And we are going to enter a different category, and this is one I've actually never even done before. It is the classic division. So a little bit nervous because they pose a little differently. They're a little bit more strict on how you present yourself on stage, like in regards to your posing and transitions, and yeah, it's different, you know. So it's a good way to finish up the season. My parents are going to be down there. They're actually gone down there now. So this will be the first time, you know, them seeing me up on stage. It's a pity they didn't go to any of the previous two where, you know, I won. Because I don't really know how this one is going to go. But I'll be happy with top three. Because it is going to be a higher standard, that's for sure. And obviously with a new division, I just don't know what to expect. I have no expectations. I want top three, so at least I get to bring home some sort of bling bling. If I win, then I'm going to be absolutely over the moon, because that means I would have dominated every single category I chose to do. But that'd be insane. If I win, that would give me 100% record, 5 for 5. Imagine that, 5 shows, 5 wins. In many different categories. First timers, under 80s, under 90s, classic, literally every one of them. I would 100% have to be one of the top bodybuilders in Ireland if I was to win this class today or tomorrow. But yeah, so how do I feel? I feel like death. So I'm definitely mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally kind of done now, and I'm just happy that this is the last show of the year, because the old body just can't handle anymore. And I'm just kind of excited to relax, digest the wins, because I really haven't got to embrace it because I've been stuck in prep. So I'm just looking forward to some downtime and actually just, you know, letting it sink in what I achieved this year. And we did something a little differently this show. So the previous 2 shows, we did 3 days of no carbs, in peak week, followed by 2 carb loading days, right? And this show, we did only 2 days no carbs in the peak week and 3 carb load days. So the goal is to come in a little bit bigger, fuller, and hopefully drier this show. And, you know, hopefully it'll be my best look out of the 3. Which is kind of hard because, you know, you're either 2 ways. One, your body can start to look tired the more shows you do. And then the other one, you could improve. If you're one of those people, you get better from show to show. So we shall see come tomorrow which one Steve-O is. But yeah, we should give it our best shot. And we got our tan to do later on. And registration and all that stuff is tomorrow morning, thank God. So yeah, I'll bringing you along this journey with me so I can talk more in depth about these kind of things once we get into the hotel, and I'll show you as much as I can. So those who followed along so far, Hope you enjoyed this series. It's been a wild roller coaster. And just stay tuned because we got loads of action coming up to finish strong. So I'll see you when we get down to Galway. A little old pit stop, my peeps. So we are halfway down to Galway. It is a journey. No bloody motorway the whole way, I think. We're like an hour and a half in, another hour and a half to go, and we are constantly stuck behind some slow fucker. Always. So we pull into Applegreen to wee wee and eat. So I got lettuce, green beans, you can't really see it, mince and asparagus, Nando's peri peri sauce and some pink salt. No carbs today, unfortunately. But tomorrow after the show, I'm fucking going all in. And my brother here got burger. I'm gonna get some burger tomorrow, I'll tell you that. We're gonna go to Scotty's. So Scotty's is the restaurant. I think it's called Scotty's. It's known for its burgers and wings, and that's where we went in me and Claire back in 2022 when I did this show. And you know, I did something very stupid because it was my first, like, you know, cheat meal and first time competing. I ate so much burgers, wings and chicken tenders, I made myself sick, like sick stomach, and I couldn't eat any dessert. So I was absolutely raging. Claire didn't even get any dessert. She was raging with me. So this time I won't make the same mistake, and I'm making sure I'm getting dessert in Scotty's. But I am going to eat a shitload of burgers and wings and tenders again though. Yeah. Anyway, we got till 4 p.m. to stop drinking water, thank God. So only 4 litres of water today. And then we stopped drinking that at 6 p.m. No, 4 p.m. because the show's earlier tomorrow. I'm up earlier. Whereas the last 2 shows I stopped drinking water at 6 p.m. and I drank 6 litres of water, like, you know, one day out, which is today, say. And then I would have stopped drinking water at 6 p.m. But this time, 4 p.m. and only 4 litres. That's confusing trying to get it all out. There's so many shows, numbers, waters, this, that and the other. You're probably wondering, Stephen, what the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, I need to eat this before I pass out. So I will see you when we actually get to the hotel. We have arrived at our destination. We are at Galway Bay Hotel, my peeps. Brothers in the background. And boy, was that a long journey, right? So I definitely jinxed myself because after we ate the food in the Applegreen, and I was saying how we got stuck behind every bloody slow car, we only went and did it again the whole way nearly behind a bloody lorry. Like all back roads, you know, narrow shitty roads, and a lorry going 50, 60 kilometers like. But we were on the road a good, what, 2.5 hours before we finally got to our motorway. And then the traffic then in Galway then on a hot day, Friday, it's insane. So all in all, probably like 4 hours to get here. Oh, I'm still dying of a flu. Oh, I forgot to tell you that actually. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so hopefully it won't be as bad going home tomorrow. Hopefully, like, there's a way to get on a motorway like sooner and just like fly home. But we shall see, because that's going to be a hard journey after a long day and competing. So it'll be different though, because it'll be all hyped up and I'll be full of energy, and obviously I'll have more lovely food with me, or in me. And I actually brought Toblerone to eat on the way home. I actually brought Toblerone with me the last 2 shows and was too full to eat on the way home. So believe it or not, I actually haven't ate real chocolate on, you know, on my cheat days. I haven't had chocolate in 6 months. I had a brownie alright in one of the restaurants with ice cream, but not legit actual chocolate bar or anything like that. I just been, you seen what I've eaten on on my Instagram story. It's just more like savoury food and some jellies and ice cream, that kind of stuff. But I'll show you what I actually brought to eat. Get in here. This was actually a gift from the staff in the gym where I work and train. Because you got a combo here of all of them. So hopefully I get to dig into these ones. Because the last 2 shows I brought the big orange Toblerone bar that Claire got me, a big huge one, and I just haven't even opened it yet. But I'm determined to open these ones. But yeah, I want to show you a little tour of the room. So we'll get to that. We got a little view of the sea, which I'll show you in a second. But yes, I'll bring you right down, show you the bathroom first. Alright, so here's the bathroom. Pretty small, but the shower's huge. Look at that. It's a big walkway, like a little hall. It's hard, the video doesn't really do it justice. But it's a very narrow bathroom, like I'm nearly as wide as the whole entire bathroom. There we go. My belly's full of water at the minute. I'll talk about that in a second. So that's the old bathroom. Moving into the room. We got 2 beds, which I didn't know. Single, double for me. We got good old deskaroo. Another mirror, of course. There's some random door over there that you can't get in. That's Narnia. A little old telly. And a few chairs. Oh, we got another mirror. That's handy for posing. And then we got some sort of view. You can see the old sea, my peeps. I wish I had more energy to go down and walk around. And then the gardens. Yeah, pretty cool. So that's the old room. It's no Galway or the G Hotel. Them 2 are pretty cool hotels. They're the 2 we usually stay in when we come down to Galway. But you know, it's right next door to where we're competing. Like Leisureland is literally just right there, and that's why I picked this hotel. Plus there was no need to go spend like a shitload of money on a hotel that I can't do anything in. Ryan can actually get breakfast in the morning because breakfast is included. Whether he'll do that or not, I don't know. But the only downside is I just googled the hotel that the Tannin I have to go to now in about an hour and a half. It's at 6 PM. It's now a little after 4, so I'm gonna have to leave soon because I just googled the directions of it, right? It is fucking 25 minutes away, and God knows how long it's gonna take with the traffic out there. So God, that is a pain. So we got One Plus, which we are right next door to the show, because the show is at a different venue this year. It's in Leisureland, and compared to where it's usually been held. I think it's called the Black Box. It was held last few years. But yeah, so that's the bonus. But the downside is the Tannin is bloody 25 minutes away, which I didn't realise until now. So my parents are actually staying in this hotel. They're here as well right now. I don't know what room they're in, but they're actually staying in the G Hotel then tomorrow night. So they're not going to go home after the show. They're going to stay here. I was thinking of staying down in Galway again, so I didn't have to drive back straight after the show, but there was no real rooms around. And plus, is it really worth the money? I'd rather be at home, you know, for my cheat day, and like just get up super early so I can cook my chicken sausage and egg muffins and just start my cheat day. But yeah, but it's going to be a hell of a drive though. Yeah, as you can hear in my voice, I only went and got the flu a few days ago, so I've been taking my cold and flu tablets the last few days, and yeah, it's kind of sucking the life out of me even more. Same thing happened in 2022 in between shows. So it's because, you know, it's bound to happen. Immune system is down. You're half naked all the bloody time. You've no body fat and it's absolutely freezing in the gym. I'd be walking around with my hoodie up, woolly gloves on, looking crazy, and I still got the bloody flu. But we don't make excuses, we still get shit done. Yeah, I just finished my last bit of water there now, so I got no more water until after the show. Besides like 150 ml with each meal. I'm actually going to eat another meal now, and I'll show you that, which is practically the same as the other meals. I got 2 more to go, and then we're going to go get the base coat. So once I eat this meal, gotta get changed into my tanning clothes, put my silly sock on, and then head down to the hotel and look for this tanning. And I have to ask them for 2 base coats, because I think on the email they're only given, like, it says 1, but I need 2 because my skin is so white. And then I think the top coat tomorrow morning is 6:45 and like, yeah. And then we gotta register for the show at 9 AM, and then I think I'm up maybe around 12 on stage. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's everything I have for you right now. When I get my meal out, I'll show you that. And just die off until it's time to go tan, which is very soon. See you when it's time to eat, or see you when I pluck up the energy to grab my meal. Alright, it is meal time. It is mince, green beans, lettuce, asparagus, Nando's peri-peri sauce and salt. And just found out my brother's going for dinner with my parents downstairs in this hotel. So I gotta go look for the hotel for the tanning on my own. So we're riding solo. God, I wish Claire was here. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Unfortunately, Claire can't come to the show because she has to teach High Rocks tomorrow morning, and she said she'll travel down if I get into the overall, but I don't think I want to ask her to do that because it's a far drive just for 60 seconds on stage, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna dig in and then go get all jacked and tan, my peeps. Hello again, my peeps. We are finally back. Well, I am finally back at the room. My brother is out drinking with my parents somewhere. So I am in the room alone. It's so weird being here on my own, but I like it, you know. I'm a pure introvert, so I do best alone. Even though I would like if Claire was here. But yeah, oh my god, like it's literally 8:30, right? I left to go get the tan done at 5 PM. It took me over an hour to get there. From this hotel to the Maldron Hotel where the tanning was. Because the traffic. Like, I literally didn't even move when I went down to town. I had to go through the town because Google Maps, for some weird reason, took me through the town. Because on the way home, I didn't have to go through Eyre Square whatsoever. I literally avoided it. So I got home in 10 minutes. But I don't understand why when I was going to get the tan, it brought me through the town. And there was Garda checkpoints, traffic. Because it was like 5 o'clock on a Friday evening. So like, I'm not messing. I was sitting in the traffic at one point for like 20 minutes and it didn't even move. And I was looking at the clock and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to be late. And I left an hour early. But it was grand, you know. We got there. I got there at like 6:10. And I left at 5 PM. And it said 25 minutes on Google Maps. And it took me over an hour because of the traffic. And the Garda checkpoint. I don't know what they were looking for, the guards, but anyway. We got one base coat because they're super busy and that's just how they do it here. So every other show, the 4 shows I've done, I had 2 base coats from them and then the top coat in the morning of the show. So this will be my first time just getting 1 base coat, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Obviously, like as I said, I did 1 base coat myself at home, but I usually do get 2 sprayed on by them the night before the show. So anyway, I'm praying everything's going to be just as good, because I do have super white skin. So fingers crossed this all doesn't come off through the night like what usually happens. I'll see, can I show you? It's hard, this room, it doesn't have the best lighting. Alright, I'm in the old bathroom now. It's not the best lighting in the world, but I'm sure I can give you a little glimpse. It's not super dark because obviously, you know, tomorrow will be sweet like chocolate balls again when I get the top coat. But here's how she's looking now. Yeah, that's it. Still a bit of water to drop, I can see. Tomorrow will be much drier now when I piss through the night, or wee through the night, should I say. But yes, I'll actually talk about my weight. I'll go back out into the bed so I can sit down. Okay, right, so my weight, right, this morning, after 3 high carb days, carb load days, I was 189 pounds. So tomorrow morning the goal was to be, well, is to be around 185. So as you know, my last 2 shows I was 183 pounds both shows the morning of. So the goal is to be 185 tomorrow, which will be 2 pounds heavier to come in a little fuller. And I reckon we are right on track to do that. Unless I just wee and overload throughout the night and I end up being the same 183. But either way, like, you know, I think it's going to be a better look because of the fact I had an extra day of carb loading and 1 less day of no carbs. So yeah, kind of weird, you know. I think the body is just kind of like pretty much fucked. Like it's just fatigued and tired and had enough, I think, at this point. Just because, like, even with only 2 days of no carbs followed by 3 high carb days instead of the 2, like what I did the previous 2 shows, I still feel like death, you know. 3 carb load days did 0 for my energy. If anything, I feel worse. And that could, like, I would say it's just down to, like, you know, obviously being the 3rd show, and then that combined with the flu that I got. But yeah, you gotta roll with it. I definitely got a little bit more excited when I was in getting the tanning done. I seen a lot of the boys down there, a lot of the same faces from the previous shows. There's a lot of names on the tanning list. Like, there's quite a lot of people in this show. Because there wasn't that many people getting tan on the last show. I remember seeing, like, asking the tanning woman. I think she only had like 20, 30 people, I think, going in to get tan. Whereas there's a shitload of names on this list going in to get the tan. That's not including maybe the people that are doing it themselves, like, you know. So it's definitely a bigger show. That's for sure. I'll find out tomorrow, if I can, how many people will be in my class, because we register tomorrow. And I might be able to get a now sneaky look at the list. Yeah. I got one more meal, which is the Greek yogurt meal, my favorite meal. This was meal 1-2 that I didn't show because I didn't start recording until we were going to Galway. Is there anything else I want to... I'll show you that meal once I eat it, or when I'm going to eat it. Anything else I want to touch on? Yeah, there's so many places to eat down here. All I could do was just, like, driving through the town, I was like, oh my god, you know, don't know what to do tomorrow now, depending on if I get into the overall or not. If I don't get into the overall, I might, like, take a trip down to town and, you know, see what's down there. If I do get into the overall, I'll probably go to Scotty's, where I went to in 2022, because I assume that's pretty close to the show if that's where we went last time. But we shall see, depending on tomorrow. I might Google places now, actually, while I'm eating my Greek yogurt, like places to eat in Galway. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to eat. And I'm excited to see like how this show goes too. You know, it's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. I feel like I've definitely put my name on the bodybuilding map this year for sure. Like, to do 4 shows and win 4 is a big, massive achievement. And I just can't wait to like kind of sit back and let it all kind of sink in what I've actually done. I know I spoke about it briefly earlier on, but yeah, it's crazy. So no matter what happens tomorrow, I feel like I've definitely made a little dent in this bodybuilding industry here in Ireland. So, you know, I can be proud of that. But yes, I'm going to take out this meal and I'm going to show you, because there's no need for me to go in on my thoughts right now, because I like to do that after the show. And yeah, we get to this last meal because we hungry. Alrighty, we got it. Da-da-da. Look at that, so yummy. God, love it. So we got the, what is it, Greek yogurt, chocolate brownie protein, dark chocolate, the Lindt one. I went all out for this one. And peanut butter. Actually, I'll tell you a quick little story about the Lindt. I think that's how you pronounce it, Lindt. But the expensive dark chocolate. So Thursday, Wednesday, whatever day it was, I went to go get my hair cut. And usually I get my dark chocolate out of Aldi because it's cheaper, the 85% dark chocolate, and I stock up. I get like 15 bars at a time, so I don't have to keep going back to Aldi because I hate going in. But I honestly felt so much like debt. I couldn't even bear the thought of like going to Aldi. So I ended up paying €9. It's quite a deal, like €9 for 2 of the big Lindt 85% dark chocolate. Just because I couldn't bear the thoughts of going to Aldi to stock up. It's dear, isn't it? You couldn't afford to do that, like especially the amount like that you would eat. So usually I get that Rocher, or I don't know how you pronounce it, the Aldi brand, but that's only like, yeah, it's a quarter of the price. But anyways, it's a special occasion. I'm actually gonna go in. I'll do a video like after all the shows. I'm talking about maybe my overall experience bodybuilding, my plans, how much this prep actually costs. You'll be very surprised and shocked of how expensive bodybuilding is. But yeah, future video, because no need to drag this one on, because it's just a lot of talking and not really much to see. So I won't bore you any longer. I gotta eat this and go to bed. Gotta get up super early. Big day ahead of us. So I will leave it here today, my peeps. Don't forget to like, comment, definitely go subscribe. So peace out, Cub Scouts.